Hi everybody and welcome back to Fontaine. We are here because we are going to go to the Narzissenkreuz order today. Now, we do need to be very careful with our time because maintenance is coming for us. It comes for us all. And Narzissenkreuz order quests usually a lot of talking, but they also usually have a lot of very interesting lore fragments in there. So I'm hoping that we can have some new developments today. We've given everyone some time to think. Hopefully they have more information for us now. Ooh, they're all talking. They're out of their chairs. Night Vega, Paimon, you're back.
You bet we are. Have you found anything new in the meantime?
Mr. Caterpillar and I have been doing some research.
Ooh, and?
We've discovered that Seymour doesn't, in fact, have an annihilation mode. Following data fragment sorting, this phrase was found to have been derived from the novel Prisoner 6 Overrun. In that book, the World Organization launched a mass annihilation agent to hunt a chimera down.
Wait, that stuff's not important at all.
Apart from us using our free time to go out and investigate, we've also read through the books collected here one more time. We couldn't make heads or tails of them at first, and even now, well, they certainly are well written. I don't know whose handwriting it is or what scribe or copyist was hired, but their penmanship is clear and clearly beautiful. A master of calligraphy if I ever saw one.
Wait, so you were talking about the handwriting? Paimon's got a bad feeling about this already. Did you not find anything during this time then?
Alright, sorry. I shan't jest any further. As you know, we told you all that we found the last time without holding anything back. However, I fear that this time, there are some clues hidden in details that we must rely on chance to reveal. Reveal their meaning, you mean? Chance? Indeed. For example, if no further revelations concerning a murder emerge, then the blood on a painting will always remain a red smear.
Then, what would this chance be, Caterpillar?
Well, why don't we do a quick recap of everything we've discovered? I still remember that there's something that you figured out that you haven't told us yet. You want to be absolutely certain of it or something. Let's make some deductions regarding what happened in the past. That might give us the opportunity to fill in some gaps that can help us support or refute our views. That's a good idea. I've always felt like there's so much about this that's familiar, but I can't recall anything about it. Negative. I can give a continuous account of the resources that I have sorted. Silly dog. Didn't you only recover your creator's name after talking to us about the matter? Negative. I merely matched similar sounds during said interaction. There was no data loss involved. However, I must append that I, too, find that keyword searches make searching for entries more efficient. So, what do we want to discuss? Well, for a bit of warm-up, or a teaser if you would, you may be referring to a heater. Yes, that's exactly what I mean. So let's start off our deductions with something simple. What is the Mary Ann and the Anapausis, exactly?
Huh?
That Mary Ann holds the greatest secret of all. I'm sure that you can see that too. Let's get ourselves some armchairs, maybe crack open a few beers. Oh, wait, you can't drink yet. Anyway, let us help you sort our findings out. I'll start first. Well, the name Mary Ann itself certainly is familiar to me. The name of the person I was meant to protect is Mary Ann, yes, but I have no data regarding the identity of the one who resides within the Anapausis. We are missing context. I can only conclude, based on a human's unmodified lifespan, that they are not the same person. Oh, so you believe your original Mary Ann to be human?
That would seem to be the case, huh? It's been a few hundred years after all. Well, as for Paimon, she ate a chicken mush and skewer this morning.
Well, guess it's my turn. You mentioned before that you encountered oceanid creatures that had a great deal that had a great deal of character. One might say personality, even. The precondition for such creatures and their characters is the same. That an intelligent Oceanid has already understood their original forms beforehand. So, were you the one who willed those creatures into being, Anne?
Don't you think that's kind of weird? You know, summoning familiar friends to play house with you for who knows how long and stuff?
Paimon, this concerns me. Are you foreshadowing again? Well, I didn't do that. I actually had to get to know Petit Chou, Al, and the others first. Well then, in that case, let's see what we can do from the things we already know. Then let's begin. Let me think back on what's happened. Is it thinking time? Let me know if I can be of any assistance, Miss Vega. Is it thinking time? Oh no, it's talking time again. Okay. Are you ready now, or do you have questions for me? Ooh, tell me about what happened previously. You didn't go ahead and save the world while we split up to investigate, now did you? A lot has happened indeed. It's no wonder you've forgotten what we went through together. I jest, of course. Maybe you're just tired, and it's eluding you for now? To put it simply, we met in the fortress of Meripede, and you helped me rescue Lennar. Lenoir, that is. And now it's my turn to help you. Okay, so you can basically have them summarize their stories. Knight Vega, Paimon, do you have any questions for me? Could you refresh my memory on what happened previously? Have you forgotten certain details? I'm just a little Oceanid, so explaining every little thing might be beyond me. A little Oceanid, you say? Anyway, I was determined to rescue Petit Chou when we first met. Luckily, you and Paimon helped. Later on, we intended to rescue Princess Lyris and defeat the evil dragon. But we met Mary Ann. She told us things I couldn't understand, and it seemed like she was holding on to some very important secret. And of course, Seymour. Ooh. Oh, Seymour has obliterated the others. Nope. Caterpillar's just behind my head. How can I help you, Miss Vega? Command. Recall what happened before. Of course. You repaired me inside Elinas. I was only capable of repeating a fixed set of lines up until then.
Oh, Paimon remembers something like that. That was outrageous.
Please forgive me. It was a necessary measure to preserve my internal storage.
Forget it. Even Mamere forgave you, so we have no right to stay angry.
Mamere. I wonder how she's doing. My long-term memory module frequently requests updates for her file. Oh, that's so sweet.
Are you trying to say that you miss her?
He wants to check in on her. That is not imprecise. After that, we thwarted the schemes of Jacob of the Narzissenkreuz Ordo. And as I must find my ward, Miss Mary Ann, I shall be going with you. Indeed, okay. Yep. Nothing new there, just refreshing our memory of everything that happened. I think I thought of something. Ooh, darkness. I'm looking forward to it. The thinking time, it sure is. I can't believe, oh my god, are we finally getting some answers? It started a new quest when we walked in here, so I thought that maybe we'd have to go do something new. But no. What Paimon ate this morning. We're getting answers first. Maybe quest after? Oceanids are sentient creatures unique to Fontaine, and they can create Oceanid creatures through mimicry and transformation. I remember all the strange and wonderful Oceanid creatures we saw before we met Mary Ann. Is this the same as what it was before? Oh! Maybe Osial can create water creatures, but it's extraordinary to be able to imagine creatures with rich personalities. Pretty cool that she's remembering all the way back to Osial. It's almost certain that there's an Oceanid in Innoposis controlling everything. But honestly, I would think less of Osial and more, Rodea. Who can she be? Not Marianne? The name Marianne. Anne said the name sounded familiar. I should ask her about it, should something come to mind. Oh, also, what about that giant Oceanid wrapped around the castle? It was described to us as Narcissus, but who knows? To say more, she is someone that he must protect. Either way, ordinary humans don't live that long. It's been several hundred years, so they're probably not the same person, right? It wants me to interpret it again. Mary Ann in Innoposis seems very mysterious. We once suspected that Anne was a character from her dreams. Okay, we can associate that one. Paimon. Chicken mushroom skewer. At the risk of missing major plot twists or important foreshadowing, I don't think this is related to Anne's background either. Oh no, it went away! About Anne. Anne is a small oceanid. She didn't create the oceanid creatures in Innoposis. Speaking of, just how do oceanids reproduce again? We read about that somewhere in a readable. Anne's far too weak to control that whole realm, so she can't be the oceanid behind it all. Associate with Marianne? Nope, never mind. Is not Anne, okay. Associate. Mary Ann in Innoposis is not Anne. The enigmatic Mary Ann is not Anne. Let's start with this one. This one feels first. Mary Ann, who has the same name as Seymour's owner, and who seems to know everything. Even if she's not an Oceanid, she's probably related to the Oceanid behind all of this. Oh. What? No, I didn't get to see the other one. Guess I'll submit my conclusion, though. It's literally the only option I have, unless I want to go all the way back out.
That's enough for now. More than enough for a warm-up.
Correct. The oddities in Innoposis all point to the powers of the Oceanids. But this is not Miss Anne's doing. All this together means...
There's another Oceanid in Innoposis?
That is what I suspect. An Oceanid with whom Mary Ann has a close relationship. Or perhaps she could even be the princess herself. Do you mean to say that Mary Ann may, in fact, be Princess Lyris? Yes, Lyris. The Red Empress of the Narzissenkreuz Ordo from back then. The Red Empress who loves to take heads. Oh dear.
Take heads?
I seem to have a vague recollection of something like that.
Whoa.
But it's not a story about Lyris. Rather, it's a fairy tale about someone named Mary Ann. Yes, the taking heads thing is just a metaphor. Lyris is made of pure water, and so has the ability to dissolve and extract people's wills. Oh wow. The Narzissenkreuz Ordo used her to extract the ego and become holy. Oh! Fascinating! This ties into that whole destruction of the ego that we were kind of talking about last time we were in here. Searching for the keyword Lyris has yielded relevant information in my indices. Talking of the Red Empress has reminded me of a few things about Mary Ann. Mull that over for a while first, then speak to Miss Ann and Seymour. See if the conclusion you reach awakens any new memories. So Mary Ann is Lyris? This whole time? Collect more leads, and gather your thoughts.
Paimon feels like you've changed a lot since we met in the Fortress of Meripede, Caterpillar.
Would a 5-year-old child and a 15-year-old teenager be the same? Perhaps returning here simply reminds me of the past, and of who I used to be. Time is frozen in the fortress. Being locked up there for a day or 100 years, I'm afraid it made no difference to me. La Noire is what made time flow for me. Watching her grow reminded me that time still passes, and life is still being born, shining brilliantly, and then being extinguished. And so I changed as well. That said, my past self, the person I was before I met her, would certainly be more helpful to Anne and Seymour in our current situation.
That's true.
Don't be like that, Paimon. Just think about it. Making up stories for La Noire was nothing more than putting such ways of thinking to good use. Regardless, it has nothing to do with the current situation. You look like you still have questions, Vega. Since we have our own suspicions about Anne and Lyris' relationship, we have topics of discussion that can be used to refute or sustain those conjectures. How do Oceanids reproduce? I'm sure you have friends more knowledgeable than I regarding that. Perhaps you can even find scholars of natural philosophy who have dedicated research to the question. Or you could have asked the Oceanids you know personally, but you asked me. Of course, I know what you mean. So this is your speculation? I see.
Paimon doesn't get it.
When we exchanged information earlier, Vega mentioned that Anne is the person in Mary Ann's dream. Or perhaps she might be a manifestation made by Mary Ann. An Oceanid.
Oceanid? Why the repetition? Are you just trying to make it sound cuter?
Apologies. Perhaps my description was ill done. Still, can an Oceanid create an Oceanid creature version of an Oceanid?
Wow, that's deep. That's like asking if hard candies can be used as a filler for another hard candy.
That's a good metaphor.
So, what would you say to that? This question's really interesting, but Paimon's already hungry for answers.
I suppose I had to say, I suppose so. Still, you may not realize just how deep this rabbit hole goes, so let me explain. Do tell. You might be confused as to why there are Oceanid creatures with personalities in the Anapausis. If Oceanids can create Oceanid creatures, then can they create Oceanid humans? Or Oceanid Oceanids? Convention dictates that it's rare for Oceanids to be able to mimic a human, unless the human drowns in their arms, or the Oceanid has spent extensive time with the person and knows everything about them. Oh, I see what you're getting at here. Something... Lyris extracted wills from people. Must have extracted the will from Mary Ann. This process involves drowning in their arms, much like an Oceanid can combine with another Oceanid's water in order to share information. So she must have basically, like, absorbed Mary Ann? Lyris did? So... that doesn't explain who the Mary Ann in Anapausis is. No, it kind of does, actually. Okay, so Mary Ann was originally a human. But now she's kind of an Oceanid because she was absorbed by Princess Lyris. But maybe her will was so strong that she remained kind of the dominant presence? Because that person we met, their name was Mary Ann, as far as we're aware. So it's like Mary Ann became an Oceanid. So then what happened to Lyris? Is she still aware of herself? Or was she obliterated? And I'm wondering if there is a secret second Oceanid floating around? Pun intended. And the Oceanid in question must also have tremendous wisdom and compassion. I'm afraid perhaps only one as powerful as Rodea could do it. Oh, you know Rodea?
Wow, so that means she must be incredibly strong.
So it's rare to mimic humans, but not impossible. Now creating another Oceanid, that's different. Creating humans using human knowledge can only be achieved by gods, and the same applies to Oceanids creating Oceanids. It usually should be impossible. In this world, at least. Unless this human or Oceanid has already placed themselves above their own kind, and attempted such insanity.
You mean, they thought they had become a god?
That's right. Followers blindly believe in their leaders, who in turn blindly believe in themselves, giving rise to delirium and delusions. I can do what a god can do. Their deeds are not that great, after all. A powerful belief is also a powerful will, and magic is a skill that molds reality to your will. Perhaps the descendant hypothesis makes more sense. Perhaps Mary Ann doesn't consider herself an Oceanid type? Perhaps. It's possible, and quite understandable too. If nothing else, the Lyris I know doesn't have this kind of intelligence, nor would she be this crazy. I have some less mainstream ideas about how Oceanids reproduce, but they're not important, and we can discuss them later. I want to know, though. Why is talking to you always so fascinating? Alright, Seymour, do you have anything for us? Seriously, everything he says has such huge implications. It actually made me think about the Fatui. You know, people blindly following their leader and their leader blindly believing in themselves. I'm curious if that will have any similarities to what the Fatui are up to over there. Shall I summarize the entries regarding Lyra I possess for you two? Thank you, please do. Omitting the standard citation format. Reconstructing output to match format report to superiors. Lyra is a registered Oceanid. She is not eligible to be stationed in the waters outside Fontaine and has become a special source of information for the nation. She was appointed as the director of an orphanage to symbolize the love and affection of the previous Hydro Archon. Wait a second. The orphanage's affairs were mainly maintained by its human vice director. Write this down. We know what they're talking about. Director of an orphanage? There's a vice director? We know these folks. Of course. Narzissenkreuz. Basil. Lyris. This is Lyris we're talking about at the moment, yes? Yes. Red Empress. Cyanid. Director. Okay. So, Lyris is or was an Oceanid, is the director, or was the director. Basil, I think was the vice director, was human.
An orphanage director? Then how is she connected to the Narzissenkreuz Ordo?
As director, Lyris was very affectionate towards the children and quite devoted to them, but her intelligence among Oceanids was below average. She wasn't very good at working out the cause and effect of things, nor could she even count. As a result, she was not qualified to perform covert investigations.
Sounds kind of like a big old cat mom who can't count. You know, because cats can't count, so they pick up their kittens one by one and keep going back until they see there aren't any kittens left.
That's an adorable image. Later, the orphanage was destroyed during the calamity, and official records of her stopped there. Okay, writing that down. Okay, so that does put this around 500 years ago. Gotcha. They say she failed to understand the link between the disaster, the orphans fleeing, and her own conduct, and so she wanders the ruins, drowning in guilt and expectation. What is the link, though? I have an underwater locomotion module. Once, Mary Ann and I dove down to the ruins of the orphanage, whose coordinates were the same as those of Anaposis. There, we found an Oceanid swimming sadly in circles. When she next appeared in the records, she was a core member of the Narzissenkreuz Ordo, and the subject of a high-priority arrest warrant. Is this when she became the Red Empress who took heads?
Oh, but she doesn't seem like a bad person.
Considering that she may be connected to Anne, she must have been tricked. Ah, yes. There's another important piece of information worth noting. The orphanage's name was the Narzissenkreuz Institute. Narzissenkreuz? You don't say. These are all Marechaussee Phantom files that Mr. Alain Guillotin recorded for testing light sensitivity while designing me. The output is via my image-to-text-to-speech module. According to eyewitness testimony regarding who I suspect to be Lyris, there shouldn't be any problems. And you may have heard of this elsewhere, but it's worth mentioning again. Elaine and Mary Ann were orphans in the care of the Narzissenkreuz Institute, and before the Marechaussee Hunter, Emmanuel Guillotin. Oh, interesting! Okay. So yeah, his sister Mary Ann, sister in that they were both orphans at the Institute. Don't know if they were necessarily biologically related. Let's write this down. Okay, wrote that down. Thank you, Seymour. Now, why did Emmanuel take them in, do you think? Don't mention it, noble madam. Okay, so Lyris was the director. She blamed herself for the destruction of the orphanage that happened during the calamity, because she didn't understand the link between her behavior and the children fleeing and the calamity. I'm not entirely sure what happened there that she blames herself for. But we did kind of see that behavior with Mary Ann, maybe, in Anaposis, where she was walking around and acting like people would return in any moment. Is that what she was doing? I remember we were like, there was a dog, and the dog was an Oceanid boar, of course. Elaine and Mary Ann were taken in by a Marechaussee Hunter. Yeah, okay, cool, cool. Night Vega, I've remembered the name Mary Ann. Oh, do tell. It's familiar to me because it's from a children's story. Same one that the Red Empress comes from. Female lead, Liddell, was mistaken for Mary Ann, the servant, and Mary Ann never appeared throughout the entire story. Maybe Mary Ann never really existed, except as a figment in someone's dreams.
How do you know about this story, Anne?
And isn't that a good question? How do I know about it? Yeah, when in your timeline would you have been reading this children's story? The memory feels more vivid than those I have of the story of the evil dragon Narcissus. Wow, that was the entire dialogue? Wow, Anne, okay. But still, if Mary Ann was only ever dreamt up, then what about the Mary Ann that was Elaine's sister? What about the... because she shows up in those notes that we read way back when with the assistant. Now, let's reorganize the information that everyone just recalled. This might take quite some time and might be somewhat hard on our throats. He's warning me. Thanks, Caterpillar. I'm ready. How much time do we have before maintenance? Just over an hour. Let's do this. So, regarding Elaine's younger sister Mary Ann, the Anapostis' Mary Ann, the Red Empress Lyris, and the Ann who's with us, what will our conclusion be? How will we sustain it, and how shall we refute it? Thinking time? Everyone gathers. Gather forth. Is there anything else you feel we should add? As I mentioned before, Mary Ann is not the only princess in Anne's story, but she is also the person I must protect. Is not only the princess. She is the younger sister of Elaine Guillotine, the one who designed me for a CV07. As for matters concerning me, I suppose you already know all about them, Night Vega.
Speaking of which, didn't we also hear all sorts of stuff while we were in Elinas? Seymour was also damaged during that time.
How did it go? Did you think of anything? About the damage to Seymour and Elinas, the Red Empress Lyris, the Oceanid Anne. Oh my god, I do love that they let us participate in these conversations by thinking. It's so clever how they do it. Let's start with that since Paimon just brought it up.
That's right. Seymour was damaged inside of Elinas, and Mamera's been taking care of him.
To my shame, yes. Though I do not have such emotions, you can see it as me having lowered my assessment of myself.
And according to Elinas, the battle that occurred within his body ended quite terribly.
Evidently, that was the battle that damaged you, and it was an incredibly fierce one. But considering that you were damaged, then your master might have been... Common sense dictates that the fate of Mary Ann Guillotine, sister of Elaine Guillotine, was most likely a grim one. But this world is full of tales of loyal knights who exchanged their lives for a miracle, so you needn't grieve too much, Seymour. Seymour appears to have entered a data fragment sorting mode out of pure shock. Oh no.
But your master, Mary Ann, was an ordinary human being, wasn't she? And the time that has passed since then far surpasses the lifespan of any human.
You know what I'm thinking about right now? Remember the notes from Renee back in... Conria, basically? In Sumeru? He was talking about the composition of mine and Jacob's bodies, wasn't he? Did he seriously figure out that Fontanians were originally Oceanids? Is that what he was talking about? That's incredible if he did. I want to reread that. How did it go? Did you think of anything? Is that option gone? It is. The Red Empress Lyris. She was an important figure in the Narzissenkreuz Ordo, and she is also the other Oceanid involved in the tale apart from Miss Anne. One of only 2 Oceanids, and we also just agreed that we believe there must be an Oceanid behind Anapostis.
But her traits don't match those of the Mary Ann we encountered. Could it be that Lyris's imagination was behind everything? Even me?
Alright, I want to take careful attention on this one. Yes. Basically, she's suggesting Anne was suggesting process of elimination there, where if Anne's not the one dreaming up everything, then Lyris, the only other Oceanid involved, must be the one. Caterpillar says, though, that's unlikely. Seymour mentioned that her intelligence was quite limited, so phantoms of this sort would be quite hard for her. Similar to how an author would struggle to write a character more intelligent than themselves. In fairy tales, the kitten may dream of their living little master. There it is! Exactly on the hour. Dear travelers, Genshin Impact servers will be down for maintenance in about 1 hour, 0 minutes. I'm so excited. I wonder what they're gonna do. It's kind of fun having these maintenances come through and I have no idea what the maintenance is for. Are they like adding a new region to Nutland? Oh no, it's the summer maintenance, isn't it? Oh, they must be adding the summer region. Oh, where's it gonna be? Oh, this is so exciting! It's my first time seeing a summer region. And it's supposed to be permanent too, right? Ah! I'm so excited. I'm gonna open the map immediately and just see where it is. Oh man, I'm so excited. Oh my god, okay. Back to business. In fairy tales, the kitten may dream of their living little master, but I fear such things don't happen much in real life. So, who is behind all this? And who in the world is that Mary Ann? Alright, the Oceanid Anne.
Huh?
What about me again?
We once suspected that you might be the person that Mary Ann dreamed of. So, in your view, Mary Ann is the Oceanid behind the curtain, yes?
I don't know. Well then, do you find the name Lyris familiar? She is, after all, the only Oceanid involved in this apart from yourself. If you mean the title, the Red Empress, then yes, I do have some impression of it. Okay. Is it thinking time? The Mary Ann in Anaposis?
That makes her our prime suspect then.
To be honest, were you using the process of elimination? You actually already guessed as much long ago. I didn't want to disrespect Anne, though. You're right, but you do already have a version of the story in your heart. Your own interpretation, yes? If that's the case, then we should go find that Mary Ann and see for ourselves. Please permit me to change the topic for a moment. Does this mean that I shall no longer be able to fulfill my orders to protect Mary Ann?
We've worked out that much. We've worked out this much, and that's the only bit you care about? It may be cruel, but from the moment we discovered that the Guillotine siblings were from centuries ago, it was probably inevitable.
Correction. So, the conclusion would be that it was my incompetence that exposed Mary Ann to danger. Do not blame yourself. You have fought to the point of destruction. You've done your part. There's no need to be so pessimistic either, though that is an odd thing to say to a machine.
Yeah, it's like pouring Fanta into a sink and then saying, "Sink, you'll get fat if you keep drinking like this."
Oh, 4ACV07? I can't believe you remember that. What is it, Mr. Caterpillar? Why the use of my official designation? We may not have reached any conclusions, but we now know what to do next. Look, there is a Mary Ann in Anaposis too, and she also has close links to the Narzissenkreuz Ordo. My long-term memory module confirms this. As such, there's no need to restore your logic module to factory settings yet. Let's take a step back. Is that what he was going to do? As punishment, basically, for letting his, quarry die. We can still go and find this Mary Ann. Thank you for your logical troubleshooting and emotional adaptive maintenance. I think what you said makes sense. It is not yet time to admit defeat and restore myself to my initial settings in order to take on a new mission.
Yeah, that's right, you silly doggy.
Let's leave things here for a while then. Once you are ready, we can continue. Why don't we go find this Mary Ann? Let's solve that mystery before tackling the Narzissenkreuz Ordo issue. I concur. Ah, the fairy tale waterworld.
I'd really like to figure that one out too. After all, it might explain where I come from.
My logic module agrees that this is the correct course of action. So, shall we go then? Alrighty, let's see. Putting my notes away since we're done with that for now. Can we go there immediately? Search in the algae sea. It wants me— oh, story quest. Oh, yay. It wants me to go to Anapostis. Okay, looks like we can go there immediately. Miraculously. How do I leave this place? Oh, right, the book is here. I always forget where the book is. Alrighty, so next we want to go to— I didn't need to do that, did I? In my mind, it's always just leave the Ordo. And you have to leave the Ordo through the book, of course. You have to leave the story. Oh, we're up top. Isn't it beautiful? But seriously, there's Narzissenkreuz right there. Is that also just a dream? Do they not count? Hello? Alright, let's go down. I don't see any quest markers on my minimap popping up. Don't die. Ahaha, there we go. Oh, thank God, I heard myself land. I'm okay. We're back again. This time, I must— Mary Ann. That's the spirit, Miss Anne. In truth, I must confess to being somewhat jealous of you. You still hold out hope of recovering your past. I've been searching for centuries, but I haven't found a thing. Aw, hopefully there's something in there for you too, Caterpillar. So please, do your best for this old caterpillar's part as well, alright? Figure your past out, and come to accept your present self. Yep, I will. Aw, that was sweet. I hope we can find something for Catter too. He deserves a little mystery unlocked for him. Checking to see anything. Oh! Oh my God! They're back? Oh my God! I'm so happy right now!
Whoa! What are these guys doing here again? Wait, isn't that Al's group?
I guess if the person who's dreamt this up is still dreaming. Beautiful. I love the bubbles. Then they can just dream them back in. Oh ho ho! Yes, it is us! And you are Knight Vega and Paimon? And they remember us too! It's really good to see you. So good that I can't control myself anymore. Please dodge to the best of your ability. Are we about to get into battle? She asked us to send you a message. Now, let me take out her handwritten letter with my hands, which are much like yours. Yellow and white ones. Ahem. I don't want to hear your stories. I prefer my version. They're going to attack us. You're kidding me! These are my besties! No! I was so sad when they died. Oh, come on, Mary Ann. You've got to face reality eventually. I'm really sorry about this, guys. You know we love you, right? Quick and painless, hopefully. Just waiting for the ultimate to run its course. There we go.
Huh. The bubble that was here before is gone too. Well, it was Princess Lyris's magic.
That's just how the story goes.
Let me think of a way. Close your eyes, everyone.
Our magic boy's going to do magic again. A temporary optical sensor shutdown. Understood. They will be reactivated on your command.
Wait, why do we have to do that? The essence of a mime is pretense, the charade that something is still there. And belief is the heart of magic, the faith that there is meaning here. So, let's close our eyes. So, Anne, begin imagining what it would look like if that bubble was still here.
Ooh, Anne, are you going to do something cool? You close your eyes and feel some sort of fluctuation. I prefer the story of a Narzissenkreuz adventure team sitting down happily for tea time after their adventure has ended.
Wow, it really appeared! The Ordo called this step the process of imagining something in detail. Imaging.
No way, wait, that's just like that one summer event, isn't it?
Let's go over and have a look.
Is that bubble more blue than usual? I feel like it is. Oh my gosh, it's just like that one summer event. I've become one with the water. Perfect. And I'm glad that nobody had to be sacrificed this time. A very gentle water bubble for us.
Eh? It's the entrance that's disappeared this time? And do you know how to make the portal? Can you do your imaging thing on it?
Alright, let me give it a try. Look at you, Anne. Already willing to try new things. I love it. She's believing in herself. You close your eyes, and a lonesome silence comes over you. But everyone's left. They won't come back no matter how long I wait.
I can't... It seems... Wait, why? How are we supposed to see Mary Ann then?
I suspect that this is because the portal has lost meaning, and thus cannot be recreated. Just imagine the book. We just need the book, so imagine the book that'll take us to see Mary Ann. From what you told me before, the entrance that was once placed here led to a story that had yet to be written. Now that she has said everything she wanted to, the story no longer has any meaning. Mary Ann is rejecting our answer, and that is why the way in is shut.
Does this mean we're going to return empty-handed?
It does seem so. I wouldn't say we're completely out of luck.
Did you notice something we didn't then, Night Vega?
I heard something while Anne was imaging. I did hear something then. So you can hear it too? It's our hydrosensitivity kicking in again, eh?
Would that be Mary Ann's real thoughts?
What did you two hear?
Might be best not to discuss personal secrets here. The walls might have ears and all. Let's head back before talking about this.
You return with everyone to the Narzissenkreuz Ordo. Wow, they're teleporting me all the way, aren't they? And I was about to say, it's kind of fun to take NPCs to different areas in the map, you know? Usually they just stay in one spot, but Caterpillar's really all over the place. I love it. So, could you tell us what you heard? Perhaps a Hilichurl might hear something that humans and Oceanids will not. Just how dogs and humans differ in that regard. I must correct your statement. My auditory components can indeed pick up higher and lower frequencies as compared to humans. However, I am not a dog. Moreover, a dog's low-frequency hearing is similar to that of a human. Is that so? Well, I was talking about real dogs, not you. Or I see V07.
Silly dog. That said, I didn't think you would hear it too, Night Vega. I wonder if we'd heard the same thing.
But everyone's left? They won't come back no matter how long I wait? Looks like we heard the same thing.
I suspect that this was the inner voice of Mary Ann.
Did she say anything else? I'm not trying to invade anyone's privacy or anything. I just think that we're onto something here with you mentioning these words, Vega.
Let me think. After that, I also heard something like, I prefer the story of the Narzissenkreuz adventure team sitting down happily for tea time after their adventure has ended. And then... I don't want to hear your stories. I prefer my version.
Have you noticed something off about this, Vega? Please, state your case. Let's think our own thoughts through first. Perhaps we really might be able to come to some conclusion. See? Exactly! More thinking, more talking, more thinking and talking. I love it. Sabrina, please heal me. I'm dying. I'm dying by about 3,000. Thank you very much. Hi, Anne. Hi, Seymour. We'll talk to Anne first. She's closest. Night, Vega. Is there anything else you want to say? I'm just an Oceanid who doesn't know anything, and I'm really bad at thinking. Even if you just told me a random story, I still believe it all, hook, line, and sinker. The world is too complicated after all, and I'm not experienced enough to spot any holes. I wouldn't do that. Thank you, Night Vega. I think that the Mary Ann in Anaposis is the same as me. She might look smart, but she doesn't want to accept this complicated world. So she chooses to protect herself with fairy tales. Look at her looking up and down. But even fairy tales must end. It is interesting. I do wonder if she is an Oceanid born from the combination of Lyris and Mary Ann. Especially because she started that little speech just there with, it could just be negative self-talk, but she started it by saying, I'm not good at thinking, which is, as we've established, a character trait of, Lyris. Now, where was that one that we read? Is it in my archive? The thing that was talking about how Oceanids are born. I'm fairly certain that was a readable in this very Narzissenkreuz Institute. I'm honestly... Seymour? Caterpillar? You're gonna stay there, right? I was going to leave. If I leave, they will stay there, right? I'm a little scared that they won't, but I assume that they will. Because it was like in this very last room, I feel like. One of these readables that's right nearby. There's one over here. Not this. I should reread these though, now that I know who everybody is. That's an investigate. There should be 3 in this room. There's one at the desk, there's one at the one that we just read, and there's one up on the ceiling. Maybe not, there's one at the desk. It has been a while since I read these. So I want to read them again. I swear there was something about Oceanid names. Don't you remember that? Ooh, crystal flies. Oh, ha ha ha. Oceanids are beautiful creatures. Gentle Egeria shed the first tear. Oceanids were born. Sympathy for dragons or sadness over fate. Understanding. Aha! The increase in the number of Oceanids, we have previously considered breeding, proliferation, and reproduction, but none are suitable terms. Does not require any pairing off or matchmaking. After gaining sufficient understanding and emotion, they approach the Hydro Archon. They claim a Thang or an Elder. Which results in their division into little Oceanids. The Thang is highly abstract, and in order to make its name more comprehensible to humans, we must refer to it as a helix split. That's the thing. Some believe it could be a drop of pure water essence. Interesting. They didn't capitalize it, though. I wonder if the words in the original language were the same words as the ones used for pure water. Maybe not. Nurtured by the emotions and intelligence of the parent. It might be a single sound, a name, or even a forbidden utterance. I love it. Hermit. Yeah, so that's what they've observed, but they have no conclusions. Only Oceanids will know. Now, Anne clearly doesn't know. Otherwise, I do believe she would have brought it up as we discuss who really is the Oceanid, the original Oceanid, who is imagined, who is real. But it makes sense if part of that process is learning more about the world and becoming wise, and then splitting into new Oceanids. She's probably not learned the secrets yet. Thank you for waiting, Seymour. Or what was it? I was going to say AV07, but I think I just cut out the middle of his name. I am very sorry. I may be unable to offer any logical supports at this time. My listening equipment cannot hear inner voices. Don't worry, you've helped plenty already. Could you tell me your assessment? Is the Mary Ann from Anaposis the person I am meant to protect or not? I don't think she is. I trust your judgment. However, I prefer the story of the Narzissenkreuz adventure team sitting down happily for tea time after their adventure has ended. It seems that she, too, was an orphan from the Narzissenkreuz Institute, but other relevant information cannot be matched to her. Logical error, data fragment sorting initiated. She might not be the original Mary Ann. She could be the current Mary Ann. A Mary Ann. I love how he moves all the way over here. He knows that we need to save the best for last.
You don't seem to want to link the two of them together.
Neither elimination nor enumeration is very fair to Anne. What a coincidence. I happen to agree. But I have some other thoughts to share too, though they may have nothing to do with the next step in our reasoning. Are you willing to listen? I'm listening. Earlier, we broached the topic of Oceanid reproduction. We sure did. It's a huge taboo for Oceanids to mimic and transform into one of their own kind, just as it is for humans to create humans. But you see, humans can create humans through love. Go, pursue eternity, not through mystery, but love. Who was that? Who said that? What are you quoting? I don't recall hearing that before. Did I hear that before? That doesn't sound familiar. Caterpillar, who are you quoting just then? What if, by some chance, this mysterious method of Oceanid reproduction is accomplished through imagination and mimicry? Perhaps their regret or remorse gives birth to a thought, and as they imagine the path that could have been taken, a new Oceanid is born. In that version, Oceanids are basically... Each new Oceanid life is a seed of fate. Oh, if only I had done this, if only things were different. You would have a different fate. Each new Oceanid is like a branch in fate and time. That's a very interesting idea. We'll never know. And also, who necessarily says an Oceanid must be born in linear time? Maybe as you imagine an Oceanid, or as an Oceanid imagines an Oceanid, they are born in the past. Who says they have to follow linear time? That would be fascinating. Or even in the future, you know? Because if you regret that you did something or you didn't do something or something turned out a certain way, the only way to address that regret is to go back in time. Or, you know, to try to find a new conclusion afterwards. It would just be interesting if Oceanids could exist when they needed to exist within the confines of the story, you know? We'll never know. After all, it's a secret passed down amongst Oceanids only. In any case, we'll begin once you're ready. Let's begin! Thinking time! Okay. Of course, Paimon. This morning, Paimon ate... I don't know why I can't get this out of my mind. This can't really be foreshadowing, can it? A chicken mushroom skewer? Oh god, that's gruesome foreshadowing if it is. But the idea behind Lyris and Mary Ann kind of merging, maybe that's the idea? A chicken mushroom skewer? One thing made of two? Huh? The talkative Mary Ann. Mary Ann, who wove a fairy tale without an ending. She refused our visit, but she mentioned her memories from the Narzissenkreuz Institute. Sounded like she was waiting for everyone to return to the Institute ruins. Right? Sounded like she was waiting for them to return. Oh. The Red Empress. A member of the Narzissenkreuz Ordo from several hundred years ago. Her whereabouts afterward are unknown. She is also the only other Oceanid involved other than Anne. The one that Seymour was supposed to protect. Something happened in Elinas, resulting in Seymour's damage and her disappearance. Where is she, and what is her relationship with Mary Ann? The memories of waiting in the ruins. The person who once waited within the deserted ruins for everyone's return was Lyris, the former director. So do you think Lyris was involved in the battle? In Elinas? Because if she's waiting in the orphanage... Oh, maybe that's what happened. Because my thought was, it seems like she never left the orphanage. She was there the whole time during the destruction, and afterwards she's still there to this day. But maybe what happened was she left the orphanage to go to Elinas during that one major conflict. Maybe that's where she absorbed, intentionally or accidentally, Mary Ann. And then when she returned to the orphanage had been destroyed in her absence when she wasn't there to protect it. And that's why she feels so guilty. And that's how that's when and how she was able to absorb Mary Ann. Maybe? I mean, assuming she absorbed Mary Ann. That just seems like the most plausible explanation. But are there any others? I don't know, that just seems to be what all the foreshadowing is pointing to. How can you have two people when there's only one person? Well, they merged. Mary Ann has Lyra's memories. Exactly! The memories of the Narzissenkreuz Institute. The only person who grew up in the Narzissenkreuz Institute and has a matching background is Mary Ann Guillotine. Mary Ann has Mary Ann Guillotine's memories. See? She's got both! They're the same person! Okay. I don't know what I'm trying to associate right now. Both the gold ones went gray. Mary Ann is Lyris. If so, then Mary Ann is Lyris. Another piece of evidence we have is that they can both use Oceanid powers to control Anaposis. Right, right. Mary Ann is Lyris, but she's not just Lyris, she's also Mary Ann, right? I'm supposed to associate this with something. There we go. Process of elimination indeed. Mary Ann is that younger sister. If so, then Mary Ann is Mary Ann Guillotine. They have the same name and matching memories. I kind of love this. How do you define a person? A person is a person if they have the same name and the same memories. So, that could be really interesting. Oh my god, wait, let's extrapolate from that. It would be so cool if, you know, names are very important in this world. So, if a person is a person because they have that person's name and that person's memories, what if it would be so cool if we meet a person who was named a person's name and therefore received their memories. I think in this instance, that's not what happened. I do think that Lyra's, like, absorbed Marianne. But what if you give someone someone's name, then that person becomes that person, so therefore they receive their memories? That would be fascinating. I really wonder what the culture is in Teyvat around naming someone after another person. I don't think we've seen any of that really happening before. The closest is during the performance in Farina's Story Quest, where the performer, I forget her name, she wanted to be acknowledged through the name of the director in order to give the director a tribute, in order to kind of embody her. Or perhaps incarnate as her. But that would be interesting. What if the name is what's important here? Probably not. Probably it's the water, meaning that she just straight up absorbed her into the water. But still, I feel like there was something else that's interesting connected to the idea of names and memories. Stories. Yeah, it could tie into stories. If a character in a story, if you're a person, but you become a character in a story, and therefore you receive that character's name, then you are that character. Anyways, these themes are incredible and I love them, and that might pop up again later, especially in this quest chain, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. The identities are contradictory. But how can she be both people at the same time? This must mean that Lyris in Oceanid probably has special powers. We're breaking out of our little circle. We need more space. Dissolving the personality and will, you don't say. Her job in the Order was to dissolve the members' egos. What could have happened between her and the missing Mary Ann Guillotine? For some reason, Lyris dissolved Mary Ann Guillotine's personality. And afterward, their wills, now mixed, began to dream. They dreamed of a simple world, where the princess is saved and the evil dragon gets killed, while the heroes are always pressing onward. They dreamed of a world where everything was simple and had an answer, as long as Anne was there. Thus, Anne and Mary Ann were born. Submit conclusion. I didn't even know what the banner said. What did it say? Probably about 30 minutes. We've put the pieces of the case that were floating all over the LGC back together. It's just an empty box even after being put together. But we finally figured out what the lost pearl should look like.
What are you trying to say, Caterpillar? Wait, don't give Paimon any hints. She's gonna figure this out on her own. We've pieced together a good guess from the clues, but the truth is still unproven?
Of course. My speech analysis module has determined that Miss Paimon is correct. Actually, I meant that we may never know the truth. But I'm afraid we have no choice but to accept this conjecture. So, Night Vega, is this the secret of my birth? I'm afraid I can't accept something like this right away. I understand, Miss Anne. It's a shocking fact, and it'll require you to accept yourself again. But I don't think it should be that difficult to do so. After all, knowing your past does not require abandoning everything about the present. I do not understand the specific context of this discussion, but I would like to add that I do not believe I am different from how I was before suffering disc damage. Even though you insist on addressing me as a silly dog, my identification number is still 4ACV07. Come on, it's not that serious. I promised Night Vega that I would accept this conclusion, as long as it's reasonable. Then I have a suggestion. One that will resolve Miss Anne's quandary and put a stop to Narzissenkreuz's plans. Narzissenkreuz.
Narzissen... Oh, Paimon remembers now. You mentioned him before, Caterpillar. Just who is he, huh?
Well, simply put, the leader of the Narzissenkreuz Ordo.
Whoa, sounds like he's got an impressive resume. But isn't the Narzissenkreuz Ordo always up to no good? Wouldn't that make him the nastiest of the lot?
Of course. During my time with my master, creator, and the other Marechaussee hunters, we devoted most of our time to hunting the Ordo down. As I said before, the goal of the Elinas operation was to capture or eliminate Narzissenkreuz as well. However, my memory does not contain any intelligence regarding his involvement. Oh, so the battle in Elinas was not the initial, conflict. It was an attempt to end the conflict. And unfortunately, it seems like it might have done so by killing everyone.
That's a given. Looking back on it now, he was merely using me as bait. And I wasn't the only one. It was the same for Jacob, Lyris, and many others in the Ordo.
Whoa! In Elinas, I suppose?
I'm afraid the Elinas operation was probably never more than a red herring with the goal of leading you and Guillotine away, to buy him more time to execute his true plans. Remember the doomsday clock I mentioned?
I sure do. I sure do, little buddy. Look at it. It's right there. Oh, the moons! It's got moons on it. 4 phases. Interesting.
It's what the Ordo considers the countdown to the apocalypse, right?
To be more precise, it's the apocalypse as calculated by the world formula. This planet itself should survive just fine, though. The beast of the stars The beast of the stars shall drink the amniotic fluid of the world dry. 100 years more, and all surface life shall be wiped away. It ties directly into the Fontanian prophecy. Kind of, because we know that it ties into, I suppose, the whale, which ties into the prophecy. Once life on the surface is wiped out, only that which is underwater will remain. Can a planet full of fish eventually rise up to the ocean of stars? I swear there's life in the water. The water's important. I feel like a conspiracy theorist. I hope Paimon knows that I hope Paimon knows that my suspicions around water are because of her. I hope she knows this. Oh, also because of Enconomia. And Remuria. And Hydromancy. So you can also blame Mona.
The thought of all terrestrial life going extinct is pretty spooky, but when you say things like that, it does give things a romantic ring.
It's the heading of a Yae Publishing House novel from a few years back. A mayor brought it to the village to learn how to paint. Interesting!
Oh, no wonder.
Anyways, For myself and the others gathered here, though the Narzissenkreuz Ordo is the source of all of our troubles, its objective and Narzissenkreuz's great purpose are actually completely selfless. He only took the actions he did because he calculated the coming of the apocalypse. He wishes to save the world. So, is the world really on the verge of destruction? I believe this to be a pathological delusion caused by paranoia. Were the apocalypse real, would you be able to forgive Narzissenkreuz? No, it's a bit too early to consider such things. We have yet to understand what happened to you, Anne. And as for you, Seymour, your hostility is a result of your programming and the duties it imposes. I suppose we must find the Holy Blade of Narzissenkreuz. The Holy Blade of Narzissenkreuz? I'm talking about— oh, I was going to say, don't I have that? I'm talking about the real one, of course. As much as it may be quite strange to say that the ceremonial sword of a magic society is real. Not only will it help us stop Narzissenkreuz's plans, but its unique powers may be able to undo the merging of wills. Oh, interesting. We should be able to separate Lyris and Mary Ann. And then, Miss Anne, you can defeat the evil dragon Narcissus and rescue Princess Lyris. Regardless, let's get moving first. That's the spirit. It might take some time to explain, so let's move out first and I'll explain when we get there. Quest for the sword? Quest for the sword? Wow. Okay, so Narzissenkreuz's plans are still in motion? Is he still alive? It sounds like he said stop Narzissenkreuz's plans, so it sounds like he's dead. But I wouldn't be surprised if a guy like that is still alive. You know what this looks like? Looks like this. Kind of. Actually, not that really. Not really. Kind of, but not really. Where am I meant to go? Algae Sea? Is that back to Anaphosis? I have no idea. So we're just going outside, and maybe our quest will then pick up? Or maybe I should just try tracking to it first? Over there. Caterpillar proposes going to the Mortar region. Interesting. Sure, alright, I'll just teleport straight there then. How much time do we have? 20 minutes? So long as I don't get stuck in 20 minutes long dialogue, we'll be okay. Oh, wow! That's ironic. We were just talking about this tower. It's beautiful. Oh my god! And way back at the beginning of this quest chain, I thought that this would be the tower. When Anne was like, we need to rescue Princess Lyris from the dragon, I was like, oh, it's gotta be in that tower, right? The princess is always in a tower. That's amazing. They sure know how to do visual storytelling so well, don't they? We're finally getting involved with it. I'm so excited. Atmospheric visibility is acceptable today. Enough that you can see that tower over there, yes? That I can. I passed by it earlier, actually. That building was once known to the Narzissenkreuz Ordo as the Tower of Ipsissimus? But we would later call it the Tower of Gestalt? It was named for the idea that things that have been separated need to be combined to display their original complete form. Fascinating. You know what? So, Narzissenkreuz's plans to ensure that... What was he trying to ensure? Because he wanted to... I don't think he wanted to stop the apocalypse. It sounded more like he's trying to ensure that we will survive the apocalypse regardless. So, if he's trying to make sure that humanity survives... Was he trying to merge everybody into one? He's trying to eliminate the will. Maybe make it pointless if we don't survive? Basically, like... If we are a life form that is no longer individual and no longer has its own will and identity, it doesn't matter if the world is destroyed because we'll survive in our new form anyways. So was he trying to recombine all the humans back into oceanid water? Geez, what was this guy up to? Well, I suppose I might be thinking in reverse. I might be speaking in reverse. The heart was complete to begin with. Hi, Drew. Hi. I want it. And the mistake was to divide it up for separate study. Paimon didn't get a thing you said. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Plays on words are also a trick that mysterious organizations enjoy pulling. What matters is what we must do next. That is gorgeous. Wow, with the crystal flies? I feel like I'm in a movie. Some of the vocabulary you used is missing from my semantic indices, so I cannot properly parse your meaning. But I understood the last sentence. Please tell me what I should do. While investigating alone, I found a map of the seal of Chimera. Wait. Isn't that the thing from Elinas? The thing that we saw in the Jacob's research? I found a map of the seal of Chymical marriage. You could say that I found 4 seals? Caterpillar, you're incredible. You found 4 seals? Huh? Oh my god, what in the Full Metal Alchemist? There's a whole thing underneath Fontaine? Wait, what happens if but like, would that be bad? Would it be bad if we unsealed these though? And this tower is one of the locations? Who made these seals? Are they naturally occurring? Are they naturally occurring and people just studied them? Did somebody make them deliberately? Was it Narzissenkreuz? Was it the gods? That's not the place we need to go. That said, though, who can be sure? Perhaps our destinies will yet take us there in the future. Either way, we need to use the position of the tower to locate the other 4 places. That's why we've come here first.
So, what are those 4 seals for?
Excellent question, Paimon.
That said, we've discovered from experience that it's usually best practice to just break the seals and give whatever ringleader we find a good walloping.
What if the seals kill everybody, Paimon? As for me, I'd like to restore the Holy Blade of Narzissenkreuz. Ooh, a new weapon. The Holy Blade? Well, I suppose we could also just call it the answer. Caterpillar, you're being so mysterious today. Are you having fun? As I've said before, the Narzissenkreuz Ordo once had a ceremony to remove the ego and will. The Holy Blade was used in that ritual. I remember something about that. If Lyris and Mary Ann's wills created Anne, and if the old me was placed in some hilly trail's body... Oh, you might be someone else's will! In a new body. What if he's Narzissenkreuz? No, probably not, because he met Narzissenkreuz, right? He saw Narzissenkreuz as separate from him? But still, I mean, you've got Anne and Mary Ann, both being separate people.
Wait a minute. Didn't we already find the Holy Blade of Narzissenkreuz?
What? Really?
Look!
See, I did have it. I have something. A wooden sword. It's the wooden sword we found during our adventures. Yes. So it is. Is this the one? Is this the one?
Hey, what kind of reaction is that?
Perhaps you can think of it like this. That's a wooden sword found in the Narzissenkreuz Institute, named the Holy Blade of Narzissenkreuz. That makes it more important than any other ordinary wooden sword. Perhaps it might be of use when the time is right, just like the Holy Blade in the story.
Really? You don't need to try to make us feel better?
Got it. Let's go. Anyway, assuming I looked at the map from the right angle, we will find the entrance to one of the seals nearby. Wow! Wow, look at it during the day! It looks fantastic. That is just beautiful. That tower is giant, too. What? I can't believe they're hitting us with another multi-part world quest in the same world quest chain! This chain is already so exciting! How much time do I have? Oh, Banner. Please tell me. Do I have enough? I think I'm 1 oculi short. Oof. Come on. Maybe I picked it up? No, I'm still 1 short. Well, there's definitely got to be somewhere around here, right? We got one. Second, I was thinking about R&R. I was like, what? Smoke trail? We got one from here when we first arrived here. So hopefully there's more nearby. So, look at the map, find the seal. Oh! It must be down there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our break here. Because, dear travelers, Genshin Impact servers will be down for maintenance in... about 10 minutes. Yes. So we'll take a break here, and we'll pick this up when we get back. I am so excited. Oh my god. I know that there was follow-up to the Narzissenkreuz storyline, and that we could talk to Caterpillar again, and we were like figuring out the secrets and piecing together memories, but you're telling me there's more quests? There's more multi-part quests? Oh my god, this is amazing. Really quick, where are those notes? Where are those notes? Notes? Here. Oh, Renee. Where are you, buddy? I don't know which one's his. History of Kings and Clans? From Mondstadt? Oh, I should read that. You know what I've never read? This one, I think. Oops, we got this like first in the game. Oh god, where's that book? Renee's book. Clue book. Interview book. Leafy Dreams. No, I want to find it. I've got 10 minutes to find it. Gotta be one of these. There is more down here. Henry Morton? Time and Wind, my beloved. Hidden Ledger. Huh? Oops. Don't know what quest that's supposed to be for. Here's our oh, there it is. So here's our map. Beautiful. Renee! Oh no, I don't even want to read Renee's. I want to go read the ones that are in Elinas. Oh, Elinas. It is here, isn't it? How do I do this? Decipher page. So I can collect more. Read will take me to the place, won't it? Can I just read it? Yes, I see. Was it third? I'm really just... Oh, Lyris! Oh my god. Okay, let me dig through these. No. You know, considering that this book has already mentioned Elaine, Anne, and Jacob, do you suppose these were... There we go. Do you suppose these were actually Narzissenkreuz's notes? I have formulated and termed world formula. Oh, I was thinking either Renee or Narzissenkreuz. Could Renee be Narzissenkreuz? I remember I was thinking a while back that Narzissenkreuz might just be a title or another name that someone assumed. And that we might have already heard their original name before and just not connected the dots yet. Maybe this is Renee. Okay, so here's our thing. Yeah, and it looks like the map. The seal of Chymical marriage. Why did the Narzissenkreuz Institute, the orphanage, have so much research in it? I guess they were just sponsoring their kids' research? Interesting. Anyway, because it seems to have been simultaneously a research organization and an orphanage, which is an interesting combination. I find it quite funny that they put me up here for the teleporter spot. Anyways, okay, we've got very few minutes left. We will pause here for but a moment, and I shall see you momentarily. See you soon! Alright, welcome back everybody. We are still here in Fontaine. We are now officially post-maintenance update. Oh, that bird is somewhat undecided as to whether or not it wants to exist. How lovely. Okay, first of all, let's take a look at some of our notifications here. Oh, that must be the summer event. Oh, we have to look at the map. And look, you can get Bennett, or you get Bennett's outfit, just his outfit. I'm surprised you don't get a 4-star for this, actually. Ooh. That's a fun sound effect. The journey home. Ooh, hello, you're new. Is this a quest? Complete the newest Archon quest within a specified duration. Ooh, I thought it was going to be a character story quest. It's an Archon quest. An easy breezy Natlan and an easy breezy summer. So here's the summer event. It must be here. Test run. Boom boom thunderwave. Cool, we've got sort of a mecha theme. No! Wait, look at your... You look like... Are you... Okay, really quick. Oh, nice! Paralogism is still here. Yes, I know. And this is still here too. Yes, I know. But wait! Where are you from? Are you from Natlan? Where are you from? Character preview. Excellent, that's what I want. You look like... Oh my god, are you a robot? Are you a vacuuming robot? A multifunctional robot! Wait, that's so cool! I love robots. Oh, the way she rotated to look that is so cool. Also really random. Level 80. Why? That's really funny. Interesting. Really? Oh, I guess because she's electro. Wait, look at her! Look at her vision! What nation is that? That's not Natlan. Oh my god, is she our first? Is that... Well, that's not Shaznaya, because Shaznaya would be what Child has. She's asleep. Sorry, I'll speak softly. Oh, I love her so much. The way that she rebooted. So where are you from? What is this? Is this a spoiler? Question mark Electra. Look at her eyes! Okay, I'm sorry. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Vanilla is her constellation. Affiliation is the Clink Clank Crumb Cake Craft Shop. So... that means nothing to me. Where are you from? It looks like a little moon symbol at the bottom, which makes it especially exciting. And if I'm not mistaken, that is a pattern of 5. One central element surrounded by 2 pairs of 2. Curious. Who are you? Wait, talents. Oh, I was gonna look at the materials that they need, but there's none here. Wait, this is so cool. Look at how... kind of... I don't know how to describe this. Video gamey? In aesthetic? Her talents... She's so cool. Oh, look at her hair. I want to know everything about... Who is this? Where did you come from? Oh my god. I don't know if I can do that trial, though. I'll have to ask. Oh my god, I'm too excited. It's just... okay, I want to find... Where is it? I thought it might be by Mondstadt. Because I really think that not Natlan. Shaznaya is going to be up here, and that's where we're headed next, right? Or Nordkrai, at least? Which is part of Shaznaya, though. It's not here, that's Fontaine. So next question is it by Natlan? Because that was our previous location. This looks new. It's kind of hard to tell because it's all darkness. But one statue way out here, that feels new. It must be right here. Ooh. Look at it! I want to see it! But at least it's permanent, right? For once. The summer event is permanent, thank goodness. They finally had pity on my poor soul. I'm so happy right now. Okay, let's take a look at these mails. I have so much mail. Oh my god. Okay. It's Genius Invocation TCG Tournament. Commemorative card back. You know what? I finally, I think, figured out how these work. It's probably a little envelope, and you put the card in there, and the front of it is clear. Is that how it works? I've been thinking about this, and that's my current guess. Cool. Thank you very much. Thank you for the Primogems. Thank you for the Primogems. First look at the resort. I will not be looking at it. Thank you. I apologize. Wait. Oh, that was from the Primogems. I believe that was from the live stream. I think I got those. We have a bunch of birthday mails that we still need to read. Got a satisfaction survey. Oh my god, they're all birthday mails. Goodness. Okay. Great. So, I kind of want to read this, but I'm just a little worried about spoilers. I don't know where they might be. Because Boom Boom makes me think of what we just saw. What was it? Wait, where was it? Oh yeah, Boom Boom Thunderwave, see? Spoilers could be anywhere, not even Klee is safe. Clear this out. Now, obviously, see, Lali is back. I haven't even built her. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I'll be wishing for her weapon. Which is not enough of an incentive to get it at this time since I haven't even built her. Have I mentioned that I haven't even built her? Yes. Multiple times. Alright, let's go look at the seal. Back onto Narzissenkreuz Ordo time. And Crystal Fly time, apparently. I do believe the seal is right down there. Yeah, looks like it to me. Let's go ahead and break the seal. We're very much on the take action first, worry about consequences later portion of adventuring, it would seem. So, hopefully this doesn't end horribly. Operable mechanism feather valve. Use one crystal receiver node to create a bidirectional valve. Octopus, of course. Push it until it moves in one direction. And then after the current stops, the feather valve will automatically revolve back to its original. Okay. Sometimes you need to find missing parts. Well, I want to investigate first. That's my top priority, always. Especially on a Narzissenkreuz Ordo quest. You never know what might be readable. Wow, what is it with this very... almost cinematic music? Almost Carnival music? Curious. Okay. E. Whee! I don't worry about getting trapped. I can teleport. Teehee. Truly the perks of being the traveler. Oh, I've been spotted. Hello. Hi! Wow, even though I read that tutorial, it does not appear to have counted as reading the tutorial. So sorry about this. In my defense, you did attack me first. Oz, would you come join us down here, please?
Hey there!
I ran right off this rock. This is a very steep hill.
Hey there!
Hi there. Are we done? You sure are. Go ahead and heal up. Hello? Oh, there you are. Always need to heal up a little bit just so that we can get the HP draining bonus in our next fight. Oh wow, you came all the way over here. I'm impressed, actually. Sorry about that, Fischl. I think you got sacked a little bit. This jaunty music is a little brutal for having a fight to. Sorry about that, Hilly Chills. Now this looks like it could be part of a puzzle, but it does not appear to be movable, so I shall just leave it be. Nice. We can use that wheat to replenish our wheat supplies that we used a little bit of earlier.
The show begins.
Let her heal. Let me heal. And Navia's good, so it's Fischl's time. This'll be fine. Whoa. Oh, it's just a wall. I see. Okay. Grab this, I guess. If it's there, I'll probably need it. Hi, little guy. I can't go through this, can I? No, I can't. Well, it's a ball octopus. There's a lot going on down here.
The door's already open. Wait a minute. Paimon thought it was sealed.
Is this a bad sign, Caterpillar? I am collecting all these mushrooms. Thank you for asking. And all this ore, apparently. I'm just too excited. Oh my god, is that a Rift Town? Oh boy. Okay.
By royal decree.
Maybe our tactic this time can just be let them hit us. We'll use their own poison against them to give us a damage boost. And meanwhile, Farina will be healing us. Look at that. Strategies, tactics even.
Midnight Fen.
Hey there!
Now these are Electro guys, so I should use Electro against them, which I am doing, so that's good. Where even am I? I think I went up the wall a little bit. Bring back this. A little bit of that. Just do some normal damage while I'm over here. Did I miss? I think I did. Anyways, how intriguing that there's Rift Towns down here. It does make me a little concerned about our plan to open the seals. I kind of feel like that's a bad sign as to what's sealed on the other side. Oh look, a quest marker. Delightful. Alright, let's heal up a little bit. I think Fischl needs just a nudge. And I love the post-patch excitement. He's just so joyful.
The bonfire is still burning. Wait, why is there a bonfire here? This is just a ruin. Let me see what's written on the stone tablet.
Lo, this place is the Orthant of Memory, the Hall of Memory, the Room of Memory. Born in an instant, often contradicting, your company in eternal rest never separated. Fire cannot burn it.
Riddles, huh? Ancient Fontanian civilization loved them, and the Narzissenkreuz Ordo enjoyed them too. I'm not sure if they were just into old stuff or if this was genuine interest.
I have already tried keyword searches on all of them, but have found no answers. But this riddle has already been solved. Maybe the answer has something to do with the bonfire.
Is there any point in thinking about riddles that have already been solved?
I mean, I think so. It could help us figure out how to solve the other ones. I'm assuming that the other seals would probably have riddles or puzzles that are similar. Yes, there is. Just like you and I are both like this now, but we must still search out what happened in the past.
You've got a point. What do you think the answer is, Night Vega?
Products of lithasis. You know, like kidney stones and such. Oceanid tears, shadows. I love how random these all are. Oceanid tears is probably the closest to the truth. What was it? You and your company in eternal rest? Never separated, fire cannot burn it. Oh, it is shadows. This is really funny though. I'm just gonna say this because it's funny.
It's true that fires don't destroy them and they stay within our organs and tissues, but they aren't born in an instant, right?
They are formed by unhealthy dietary habits over a long period of time, Miss Paimon. What do you think the answer is, Night Vega? They took that answer from me. Okay, it's shadows. Yes, shadows. The instant a beam of light shines, a shadow is born.
We know the answer, but someone's already opened the door. So, what do we do now?
We go inside now, of course. It's a race against time to see if we can find what we're looking for before the person who solved the riddle before us does. You think they're still here? Here I thought it must have been solved ages and ages ago. So now hilly trails have moved in. The bonfires were probably there to cast shadows. But you think that person's still... Wow! Oh, it's a fountain with that mysterious ore at the top. It's Archeum, isn't it? Sure, let's go around to the left side. Ooh. Whoa. If that was purple, I would think it was primordial. Oh, hi! Excerpt. If water loses its incisiveness, how shall it become water again? If a tree leaves the soil, where shall it go to take root? No matter how mightily stone may strike upon metal, humans cannot survive without water or soil. Copied from Echoes Hollowed and Humble, Movement 9, Stanza 37. Interesting. So what would this be? An opera? Thinking of some grand musical work that also has words to it. Perhaps some sort of epic poem? Hi guys, I see you. Let me just do my loop, okay? There's a bunch of oculi down here. Man, I thought this would be a tiny little room. I remember also there was an oculi on the surface of this place we collected ages ago. Operable mechanism, track assemblages, and Eliphas beams? Interesting. Spherical beam relays. Movement can be controlled by regulating valves. When they receive a beam, the beam relays will fire off another beam. Makes sense. Hi, guys. Fall. The lift is already on this floor. Huh. Hi. So, let's see. Control these things. Do you suppose... oh, dear. I was thinking it was going to be Hydro. Or Octopus. But no, it's the power of smacking things once again. Okay. Oh, well, here's Ball Octopus. Oh, whoa! There's like... Oh no, I was gonna say there's a glass here, so I'm not actually walking in the water. Nope. Nope, that's water. So... How far does this reach? Not very far. It needs... Oh, hello. Oh, interesting. Oh, this could be tricky. Did I time it? I think. I want to get it recaptured right about now. That's where it was before, though, wasn't it? Oh, no, apparently not. No, I do believe I just saw a sparkle that I didn't see before. Let's definitely get over here. Could be netheriteable. Nope, it's not. Interesting. I love how that one that we read over there apparently has something to do with some, you know, musical work, and we have this very loud, so therefore very noticeable, possibly very deliberate music going on in the background. Energy flow. Within these ruins, there are strange watercolored energy flows that seem to follow established channels. There are devices on the tracks that can gather these energy flows. They can use lifts to transfer them to higher or low-level channels. Guide this energy into the large machine in the middle of the ruins. So... Ah! The lift is in operation, you don't say. Okay, okay. So we want this and oh, hello! On the channels required for energy to flow, sometimes corners will have dispatcher devices that can adjust energy flow direction. Based on their shape, you may be able to determine the direction energy will flow. Mechanisms to change the direction nearby. And we see him using octopus energy, so... Now, I noticed that, this recall, there's no energy flowing just yet, so I'm worried. Oh. Run for it. Ah! Having it close like that, it's a little spooky. Release. Aha. Aha. Huh? Ahahaha. There are really a lot of mushrooms down here. What, is this the pure water of life or something? Alrighty. Shall we rise, my friend? Release. Oh dear. Oh, right. I would like to go up. Thank you. I love how it can just carry the water with it. I guess it charged up while it was here. That looks good. Wonderful. Oh, and now water is flowing. That's really neat. So, this side good, this side good, this side's not good. Yes, okay. Hi guys! Do you mind if I have some water coming through here? I don't mean to alarm you. But I promise the water shall cause you no damage. It is only I who shall cause you damage. There we go. Hi! Oh, simple as that, huh? Open the memory piece? Also, we haven't seen anybody else down here. A little suspicious. I am attempting to open the memory piece. You want me to climb? Ah, you do! You carefully inspect the top of the mechanism, but you don't find anything.
There's nothing here?
It looks like something was here, but someone else took it.
Wait, doesn't that mean that our plans already failed?
The birth of reason requires the merging of the four orphans. If we can get the rest of them, we still have a chance. In that case, we'd better hurry to the next area. Yeah, even if somebody else took one of them. If they're after... Oh! Now it's flooded. If they're after the same thing that we are, they'll be forced to come find us with the rest of the other three. What on earth? This place is flooded now? That's so strange. Oh, but I didn't go down here earlier. I should go down here. Oh, hello. That's the only little guy? Well, let's definitely get it then. No time like the present, after all. There you are. Pardon me, may I borrow your power, please? Thank you. And... boop. Nice. Good job. Up we go. Where is that one Oculus? I love how I went through... Ooh! Is this the same as before? It is. We went through all of these sparkles, and they gave us new ones. Okay. Oculus, up here. Oh, hello. Oh! Oh, no? Oh, no! What kind of wall is this? I can't get in through the roof, so I must be able to remove this wall somehow? I can go around this one, it seems like. Oh, no. Oh, it's those doorways! Those are shortcuts! Do I have to find the matching shortcut or something? This place is bigger than it was before, and now I'm a little turned around. We're looking for little doorways. Maybe I can swim up from below? Maybe I can take this as an elevator. I want to go down. Could I go up, please? Oh, wait a second. Unless I have to go down to go up? Oh, goodbye. Oh, maybe. This does look kind of promising. A doggo, please. Thank you. At least it's a new area. Never mind. I can see it right in front of me. I just can't get to it. In here? No. Unless we can break through those walls. It doesn't seem like it. Goodbye. It is so funny to me that those things don't come through lifts. Anything in here? No? Maybe I need ball octopus? What for? And there's all this arc energy, but what for? I don't see anything that needs to be hit with it. Let's investigate these corners a little bit more. Oh, hello. Can I borrow you, please? Hello? Oh. Oh! 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 Well. Pardon me. So, let's quickly go into either side first. Oh, is this where I was earlier? Yes, I do believe it is. So, that means we can just go inside. Hooray! It wasn't just overthinking it. Best solution. Oh! I'm back on Elinas! Wait, no way! Oh my god, I'm back on Elinas! It really is all connected, it's all connected!
A proper send-up!
From the Spina with love!
Feeling lucky? On the way! This one's got your time to shine!
No rest for...
It's really just chaos. I don't see a thing. And I was backed into the wall just then too, so I couldn't see anything, especially because of that. Let's get some distance. Try to get some more command of the field. They'll have to come towards me, which means I can shoot them. Get these. I'm out of stamina. I need that back so I can dodge things. Theoretically. With rocks. Oh, ooh, ooh. I'm just kind of minding my own business right now. Let's get you back on the field. There we go. Okay, great. Anybody dares to come near me, they should get electrocharged. Delightful, a little bit of extra healing. Courtesy of myself. That would be interesting. Actually, I could use that to heal the whole party. If I let Farina's thing heal me up, and then I use my skill to drop source water droplets and heal doubly so, then she would heal everybody else. Wow, you can even see the tower through the painting that we came through. So you know where it goes. So, is that the tower from another angle? Or maybe that just means it'll go into the other room that we want. So then, where's this? Can I go in? Oh, come on. You should let me go in. Sunflowers. That almost looks like the meditative place. Because it's so dark. Oh. 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 Is it not activated? This is just going to drop me in the same one that I just came from, isn't it? Nope, I'm on the other side.
A reward on the road.
That's an Oculus if I've ever heard one. Now this looks blue, so I should be able to swim up now? Please tell me I didn't just do that wrong. Ah, thank goodness. Wow, yeah, it's the hidden place. What would you call that place? You know, the question marks place. Alright, now there's another Oculus somewhere. I'm still seeing the you know, the underground sign. So does that mean it's even lower than we are now? Do we need to go down? This one I haven't even seen yet, so I'm a little worried I won't be able to find it as easily. Are there any ways to descend in this direction? Hi, would you go down? No, I'm guessing you'll need to be in an air bubble in order to go down. Hello. I wish I could see through this glass. I could tell if it was up there or not. Where is this guy? I know we already went down here and I didn't see it, but I wasn't exactly looking either. Now we're over here. It feels like maybe it is up more. It just really doesn't feel like it's on this level. Hello. Hi, little guy. So, let's see. How do we get out of here? Over there, actually? That circle wasn't there before. That's new. Neither were all these Fontamer aberrants. Whoa. Hello. Thank you. Oh, interesting. Come on. Just barely. There we go. So another one over here. Oh, no way! Wait, Oculus? No, never mind. Just do you see that Oculus marker above us on the map? I have no idea when I put that down, but it must have been waiting there for quite a while. Where even are we? Whoa, we're way over here. So we left that one room, but we haven't seen the thing. Strange how quickly this thing spat us out. Huh. Huh! My goodness. Every time I turn around, this place changes. Almost impressive. Hello, guys. Can I open doors? Oh, I've come in this way before. I wonder if maybe that one mark right here is the one that we picked up already. But there's another one over there. Okay, I'll just have to go back and look for it. I do want to be in the building though. Okay, okay, okay. I want that layer of the map to be available to us when I mark it. Is it this way? No, I've gone somewhere completely different. There's pipes in this way. This isn't where I'm meant to be. This way. Yes, this is where I want to be. It really is so beautiful. With that purple hue, it's like something out of a storybook. It really looks magical. I don't suppose there's something in that light now. I'm so perplexed. It's supposed to be right here. Down. Up. What are you? What's this? Hi. What? Huh? What did I just do? Did I open a passageway? Please tell me I opened a passageway. What was that? When in doubt, parallels, right? Complete the other side of the puzzle? We got a chest. Did it happen to open a trapdoor in the ceiling above us, too? No, it did not. I really thought that might do it. What was that I just saw, though? Oh, just bubbles. Wow, this one's got me. This one has me flummoxed, as they say. Truly mischievous. Alright, I'll just have to mark it and come back to it later. I really thought that doing that puzzle might help us out a bit. In any case, let's mark it. in underwater building? Maybe. It wasn't popping up when we were on the server, so maybe it's not, or maybe it is. Who knows? Okay, let's get back over here. Now, I don't know how long each of these seals will take. I get the feeling that that was probably the shortest one, because it was already done when we got there, practically. So maybe now would be a good time, actually, to break it up. We could do the remaining 3 next time.
Oh, but there's an investigate right there.
Oh, it's underwater again, isn't it? Is that another Oculus I just heard? You know what? Wait, that means we can go to a statue.
We should be getting close. Be careful.
Hey, look, this is a little guy. I can open this little guy. Oh, what did I get? Rogue's writings. Well, don't mind if I do. Uh-huh. A clear bottle with a note that contains the records of someone named Rogue and a strange drawing on the back. Circle. Point. Real names are of no consequence. He roams the land of Fontaine, which he loves most, under the name Rogue. He shall bring those who seek justice, equality, and hope together, and they will dedicate themselves to aiding those who have fallen into hardship and poverty. The world is full of inequity, poverty, and greed, and until the day all this is wiped away, they will roam their beloved land Fontaine. Having read this far, friend, are you willing to take an oath and continue that work? If you share their ideals, find the withered tree on which the fruit of wisdom grows. There, ask 3 times to receive Rogue's honor and tribute. It literally tells us exactly where to go. Well, don't mind if I do. But yes, for this time, I think it's just causing carnage wherever I go. Oh, it's one of these puzzles. How cool that it's underwater. Let's go to a statue. We'll go to this one. Since it's been relevant to our quest so far, we can offer up our oculi. We should have enough now. We just needed 1 and we got like 3. There we go. Let's offer exactly 30. Yay! Looking much more undamaged. Much less damaged, perhaps. What did I get for that? I don't know. I always forget to check the rewards. I think I got a key, but not a constellation. Let us certainly double check though. Oh, thank you for telling me. Never mind, no need to double check. So, before we sign off for the day, we have some more notifications. Quest is talking to us. Why? Oh. Recollections? I will not be looking at that just yet. My guess is that'll summarize events leading up to this that are relevant, so that could be full of spoilers. I don't know what that is. Besides that, what is my bag talking to me about? This? I haven't tried it yet. This? Always talking to me. Okay. Hey, it worked. Let's go read a letter or 2, and then we'll wrap up for the day. Yenfei. You feel like you'd be safe. So does Hazo. Yes. Do I really want to read this? I do really want to read this. I'm scanning it to see capital letters to see what it might be talking about. So I don't see anything to do with the Natlan, and I don't see any character names. So I think this one's safe. That is my very quick test. It's from Child. As always, says dear old Tartaglia. Tartaglia? Who knows? I don't. Hey, comrade. Word travels fast. Sounds like you've been breaking through one impossible obstacle after another. Looks like your journey to get stronger is as relentless as ever. Gotta say, I'm proud of you. Really. Not that I've been slacking off, of course. These days, I might just be strong enough to make our master stop holding back for once and fight me with both hands. Very small spoiler for Skirk's story quest, but I don't even care. That's my guess. Our master, so we're going to spend at least some time under her tutelage. That's fine, I don't mind. With a comrade and rival like you keeping the pressure on, I've got no excuse to stay idle. At this rate, maybe she'll finally take me seriously and show herself again. She disappears again. Who's surprised? But enough about that. Let's talk about your next stop. Nodcry, right? I heard that Her Majesty the Tsaritsa deployed a large number of troops there, including a few of my colleagues. A few? What do you mean a few?
The kind with, shall we say, colorful personalities. I mean, as soon as you said my colleagues, I had to guess who you meant. If things ever come to blows between you and them, that's a fight I'd pay to see. Still, be careful when that time comes. But for now, how about a warm-up? Up for a quick sparring session? Is this your specialty? Why are there tentacles? It looks like a trapped beast floundering in an ocean of blood. Its death throws an inaudible scream. But Tartaglia smiles and explains that this is something he fished out of the sea, with some products from his homeland on the side. It increases defense. Interesting. Thanks! Well, that's cool. So, a bunch of troops in Nordcry? Multiple harbingers? Well, I will be... I'm so excited to get there. In approximately 4 months. Who knows? Ooh! Things are really heating up in Nordcry, it sounds like. Multiple harbingers? I mean, either that's a disaster waiting to happen, or I feel like at least maybe that part is actually implied. That is a disaster waiting to happen. But the idea of them successfully working together is actually terrifying. Multiple harbingers? Yikes. Like, what do you even do? What do you even do when there's multiple harbingers there? I can't fight them all. I need allies. Maybe we can go to the workshop. Robot character. I'm so excited. Anyways, Hazo. A witness needed from Hazo. Even on a day like this, your ever-vigilant Doshin Shikanoan remains on duty, patrolling the bustling streets of Hanamizaka. And wouldn't you know it? Just as I was passing by, the crackling of sizzling oil reaches my ears. A sign, perhaps? Looks like today's surprise case left behind some decisive clues the moment that hot oil began to fly. I conducted a thorough investigation which may have included a taste test or two, and successfully secured the prime piece of evidence, one caramel-crusted katsu, dipping sauce included. If I remember correctly, this happens to be your favorite flavor. So, now that you're holding this letter, what do you say? How about lending me a hand in closing the case? I could really use a sharp-eyed witness like you to help wrap up this birthday surprise. And hey, don't worry. No interrogations, no paperwork. No need to bring anything. Just show up hungry. Wow. Interesting. You can own Hazo's specialty. That looks really tasty. This is not some sort of secret weapon of Hazo, is it? It's another interrogation technique. Funny. The only truth. Perfect. Alright. We'll save some more of these for later. I think 2 is enough for now. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for all that this world might hold. Look at the stars. Look at the opera house. You can even see the fountain from here. Crystal Fly, you get to live for today because I'm so happy standing right here looking at this view. Look at the bird. We've got to climb that tower, right? I've never been inside. We should investigate it. But that'll have to be next time because that will be all for today. I'm so happy right now. This world quest is just the gift that keeps on giving. Really, anything from Narzissenkreuz is always top notch. But yes, that will be all for today, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. A big thank you to our Patreon supporters, Jay Blakewood, Konosard, Power of Chaos, Mary, Edu, Gibrilia, the Loyal Servant of Her Majesty, the Saritsa, Ruru, Lycan, Axeliron, Jay Quellen, Lunar, and all of our anonymous patrons. Thank you all so much. I hope everyone enjoyed. And hey, happy Patch Day, everybody! I hope you're enjoying whatever secrets the summer event might hold. Oh, a summer event! It would be... Okay, I'm so excited. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye now!